The removal of Article 370 and the building of a Ram temple were two key ideological pillars of the Bharatiya Janata Party in years gone by. Now that those have been achieved, the party is focusing on the Uniform Civil Code and the idea of a one nation, one election. To talk about these, we're joined on this broadcast live and exclusive by senior BJP leader, one of the country's top advocates, Ravi Shankar Prasad. Ravi Shankar ji, welcome to India today. I want to delve into your area of expertise and focus and start by getting you to speak about how you see the Uniform Civil Code actually getting implemented. It started off in Uttarakhand where a committee was set up, a draft has now been put up in the public domain. When it comes to implementing Uniform Civil Code nationally, does the BJP intend to go incrementally state by state, or do you intend to bring it as a central government legislation in Parliament if your government comes back to power on the 4th of June?
Rahul, I am in the midst of campaign in my Patna Sahib Lok Sabha. I was commanded that Rahul Kamal wants to talk to me. Therefore, I am rushing to hear your lovely voice on this channel.
Thank you for taking out time. And best of luck for your campaign.
Rahul,
thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Come to Patna sometime. Rahul, you must understand, one of the biggest asset of my leader, the Prime Minister, is what he has promised has been delivered. Therefore, people trust him. Be it Article 370, be it Triple Talaq, be it Lord Ram temples as rightly recounted. There were core issues. Our large support base and many Indians wanted them to be fulfilled. They have been fulfilled. Uniform Civil Code is also one of our core commitments, not only of ours, but also a constitutional injunction under Article 44. Both the models can work, the state level model, the central level model, or the central level model can be an enabling provision to be followed by all the state. These are matters of detail. After all, in case of Uttarakhand, a high-powered committee headed by a retired judge was there. Many civil society people of that state were there. They came with a model. That model can also be replicated. A national model can also become a model or a model of or a law, model law for others to follow. All these are options available, but it will be done after widest consultation. Possible law commission recommendations is there, we'll work it out. But our commitment is there. The PM was very clear, and this is a very point of great excitement for the country, of a firm declaration that we have to go on this way.
I want to come to the next idea which was announced, which is one nation, one election. And the time frame for implementation in some ways laid out by the committee headed by President Kovind. But we're seeing a pushback from the opposition and questions also being asked about how do we know that the Indian voters want it. This is something the government has decided, but how do we know whether the Indian voter actually wants governments to constantly be put on test through continuing elections which happen different times of the year, or they want one nation, one election? How do you respond to that?
First of all, people of the country know the value of democracy. The people of country know the value of stability. And the people of the country know who is fit to govern the country and who is fit to govern a particular state. Let us trust that great judgment of the ordinary Indians with a pencil in his hand, now the button of the EVM. The second point is it not a fact, Rahul, that frequency of election also disrupts the whole process of development? The whole discourse changes, the model code of conduct comes into being. After all, expenditure is also a factor. Nearly 90 crore voters, 10 lakh booth, managing a diverse country like India. Let there be one election. 5 years, people will see the performance of the central government or the state government and unseat anyone. After all, big national leaders are unseated and big national parties are unseated. Is it a fact or not? In state elections also, big state leaders are unseated. In my state, Lalu Prasad was the unquestioned king. Where is he? Therefore, this is very important. Allow that space. And on a larger issue, we are investing everywhere, Rahul. We don't invest in democracy of India. And one nation, one election is in many ways a very powerful instrument of investment in the democracy of India to make Indian democracy more sober, more stable, and more accountable.
As the advocate of the Ram Lalla, you are very closely associated with the Ram Temple movement in Ayodhya. Given that Article 370 is gone, that the Ram Temple has been built, do you think it raises the fundamental question for the BJP about the difference between the BJP and other parties? The BJP was always pitched as a party with a difference. You would have probably seen the CSDS data that came out recently where they conducted a pan-India survey and they asked the question on nepotism, which party is more nepotistic? 25% felt that the Congress was more nepotistic. 24% said, you know, it's kind of the same. They felt that the BJP and the Congress were almost as nepotistic as each other. So the key differences between the BJP and other parties, do you think as the years of being in power go on, there is a chance that that may not be as clearly differentiable as it was earlier?
First of all, Prabhu Ram, I had the privilege to serve him as a lawyer, one of the lawyers. I would remain as a great memory for my whole of my life. I am singularly blessed. And what a great temple has come. And let me place it on record, Rahul. They tried to obstruct the hearing of the case. Should I tell you, because in Supreme Court I was the Law Minister of India. I could not appear. In the High Court, how many roadblocks were put in the whole judicial process of the Archaeological Survey of India report, how the author was sought to be punished, to transfer was sought to be suspended. All these, that there was so much of hold of leftist people opposed to this. It was very clear because they knew the moment Archaeological Survey of India report will come, they have no case. How much time Mr. Kapil Sibal tried to disrupt the hearing in the High Court, Supreme Court, BJP will get the benefit. And again, in spite of being invited, they did not choose to go. Therefore, please remember these things are very, very important. What the CDA report is there, I cannot make any comment. But people of the country know that BJP is one party where an ordinary worker from the poor family can become the Prime Minister or a Chief Minister. A Mohan Yadav can become the Chief Minister or a Bhajan Lal Sharma can become the Chief Minister. And the Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, can become, coming from a very small family of a tea maker. That is what BJP is there. And how BJP works is equally very clear to the people of the country. Therefore, I am sorry, I differ there that they equate BJP with Congress. BJP is BJP, will remain so, and for all the civilizational heritage of India, people of the country trust, and now the way Ayodhya Ji is going to be developed as a global city, fetching millions and millions of tourists, the way Kashi, the way other tourist centers, Nalanda will be developed, all is a sign that only BJP remains completely resolved to protect, to promote and expand India's cultural civilizational heritage.
Ravi Shankar ji, there is no mention of Kashi Vishwanath or Mathura and the disputes around those structures in the BJP's manifesto. We know that there are elements in the saffron fold who would like the government to use the opportunity to help build temples in Mathura and Kashi as well. How do you look at the absence of a mention of these two structures and the disputes over there as not being part of the BJP manifesto? And do you think that doesn't rule out the possibility of the government letting the legal process go on and see where the legal process actually leads us?
The legal process is going on in High Court and Supreme Court in both the matters. Let's leave it at there. Ultimately, the people of the country know in whose hands the redemption of Kashi and Mathura is possible. And the way the corridor of Kashi has come, how many crores of visitors are coming, is a larger fundamental narrative, Rahul. Why should our gods remain in dingy gully and very obscure structures? Why? Let our Lord Ram, Lord Mahadev, Lord Krishna remain in structures which is of global repute, and the whole city. Go and see Ayodhya, Lata Mangeshkar Chowk, how many people, lakhs of people visit there. Let Ayodhya also become a global city, better than Vatican. That's all we want, and surely we will do that.
Ravi Shankar ji, outside of the manifesto and before I end, how is your campaign in Patna Sahib coming along? I have very fond memories of very delicious litti chokha in your lawns in Patna, so I'm really looking forward to that. You're up against the India Alliance in the state of Bihar, your own campaign, and in the state, how's the campaign been so far from your perspective?
We'll sweep Bihar, be very clear about it. Litti Chokha will await you very fondly in my house, and Dahi Chuda along with gur will be blended there to give it you a solid Bihari touch. As far as my campaign is concerned, I am doing my best, but I am looking for who is going to contest against me. Till now not decided, nor announced. If you find someone, please let me know.
Okay, that's something that Rahul Gandhi, Kharge ji and Lalu and Tejasvi have to worry about. We wish you all the best. Ravi Shankar Prasad ji, for taking out time in the middle of a hectic campaign and joining us. Thank you very much. Really appreciate this.
Thank you.